Welcome to AM Best Audio. Despite more than a decade of national campaigns and legislation aimed at curbing distracted driving, new research from Nationwide reveals that most drivers believe distractions behind the wheel are only getting worse, with everyday motorists and fleet drivers both feeling the impact of increasingly dangerous roads. I'm John Weber for AM Best Audio, and I'm speaking today to Mark McGhiey, Senior AVP of Risk Management and Client Services for Nationwide. Mark, so glad you could join us today.
Appreciate it, John. Thanks for having me.
So, Mark, how have distracted driving trends among commercial drivers evolved, and what implications does this have for commercial auto insurance underwriting?
The awareness of the dangers of distracted driving has improved over time. Our survey revealed that 89% of commercial drivers rated their own driving as excellent or good, while later in the same survey, the drivers admitted that 53% of them take work calls while driving. So I would say, John, everything's relative. The improved awareness is good, but actually reducing distracted driving is better. So, from a commercial auto insurance underwriting perspective, building stronger awareness and then accountability around all forms of distraction is critical to protect commercial drivers and others on the road.
What role does driver anxiety play in commercial vehicle operations, and how might this affect risk assessment for insurers?
Company drivers are overwhelmed and distracted. No two ways about it. Staffing shortages are leading to increased workloads, longer hours, and causing some companies to reduce their hiring criterias to fill the open positions they have. 41% of the drivers we surveyed indicated that staffing shortages are negatively impacting their driving. So, to reduce risk and support your drivers, I would say it's really important to build a culture of safety that prioritizes safety well-being. It's just start simple. Address the stress factors head on. If you can invest in robust, ongoing training, equip drivers with smarter tools that might ease their workload or distractions, and just simply show a visible daily commitment to the health and their safety and their well-being. And so that's something that when we go out and work with our insureds, we look for and try to help them create a program that addresses all of their fleet management concerns.
Customize your data experience. BestLink now offers an interactive company dashboard that provides company-level intelligence in a fast, user-friendly interface featuring interactive tables, charts, and Sparkline performance histories. Customize the dashboard tiles to prioritize the insurer ratings, data, and analytics that best support your workflow. AM Best. Our insight, your advantage.
How effective are solutions like telematics or dash cams in mitigating driving risks with commercial fleets?
On their own, telematics and or if you have dash cams, they're just a tool. So if a company invests in telematics or a dash cam and stops there, we're seeing commercial auto loss ratios staying about the same or going down 5, 10 points. But if a company invests in telematics and dash cams and implements a program around them that includes, monitoring driver behavior, providing coaching, and taking advantage of advanced features, we've seen improvements of 30 points in commercial auto loss ratios. So I would say, John, it's how you use the tools that you have that makes a difference. And that's what we try to get our insureds to think about as they're looking to invest in telematics or dash cams.
So, Mark, in what ways can commercial lines insurers support clients in adopting hands free technologies to reduce distractions?
Two simple things: education and consultation. It's easy to say don't use your phone unless it's hand free. It's another to deploy an app maybe that blocks calls and text messages while a vehicle's in motion. One thing we try to get people to remember is that there's three types of distraction. You have visual, which is what you're looking at; cognitive, which is what you're thinking about; and then manual, which is like eating, adjusting the radio. So hands frees, technologies and policies will address two of the three, but it won't address cognitive distraction. So hands-free technologies and policies are just part of the overall solution. We really think that coupling this with a robust fleet program, including coaching and feedback, is what will make the difference in the long run.
I got to ask, what impact do hands-free legislation and public support have on commercial driving practices and insurance considerations?
The more everyone is aware of the dangers of distracted driving, the better us it is for all of us. That includes commercial drivers, commercial insurers, and the general public. But one thing people need to remember for the drivers of commercial motor vehicles, the requirements of hand-free cell phone use has been in place since January of 2012. Hands-free legislation and the public support it's been receiving is a great start, and the more the awareness we have, the better. But hopefully this is, looking into how we can limit cognitive distraction is the next step on our journey to safer roads.
Mark, stay safe out on the roadways, and thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate it, John. Thank you.
That was Mark McGhiey, Senior AVP of Risk Management and Client Services for Nationwide, and I'm John Weber for AM Best Audio. Looking to get the full attention of the insurance industry? We have the platforms that will do just that. Whether it be AM Best TV, AM Best Audio, Best Review Magazine, or Best Day. Find out more by calling AM Best Advertising Sales at 908-439-2200, extension 5399, and have a great day.